President Jimmy Carter took office in January 1977, during a period of relative calm in international relations between the U.S. and the Soviet Union. During this period, the U.S. and Soviet Union negotiated and ratified the Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty, SALT I, the ABM Treaty, and extended détente to the space race with the Apollo-Soyuz mission in 1975. President Carter inherited the SALT II negotiations and aimed to continue cooperation between the two superpowers. Despite this, both sides were exploring ways to deviate from the unsatisfactory MAD policy, either through negotiated disarmament or a shift in nuclear doctrine. In a document known as NSC-18, President Carter sent a directive to his National Security Council, focusing on the U.S. national strategy. The directive covered topics such as strategic force objectives, strategic programs, strategic targeting policy, general-purpose forces, NATO, global contingencies, Asia, and additional studies. The Strategic Targeting Policy section of the directive marked a seismic change to U.S. strategic nuclear policy. It requested a review and update of U.S. nuclear targeting plans if deterrence failed, and a nuclear conflict began. The new policy aimed to limit damage to the U.S. and its allies, deliver an unacceptable amount of damage to the Soviet Union, and force a termination of the nuclear exchange on terms most favorable to the U.S. The directive also called for a nuclear reserve force, was intended to provide a countervalue force specifically targeting Soviet cities and populations. President Carter's NSC-18 set the U.S. on a policy position for an alternative policy for a limited nuclear war, to create condition for a winnable war against the Soviet Union through the use of strategic nuclear weapons.